Start the recording. Yes, so here we are again for another free community event. I'm just going to pop you two on mute so we're not getting the background noise. Yeah, so tonight's free community event for the month is Raise Your Worthiness Vibration. And I think we can all do at any given time raising our worthiness vibration, because it's one of those things that you do the growth part, and then you move to a new level, and then the worthiness story comes up again, the not enoughness. And so it's just one of those things that we continue to get to work with. So yeah, if you get a chance, just drop in the chat what energy you're bringing into tonight. Just whatever energy that you're feeling right now. We've got Jen who's driving to Christchurch, and she's going to pull over and do the breath work. We've got Chris joining from Australia. So just drop in the chat what energy that you're bringing tonight. And while you do that, I'm just going to just give you a little bit of insight into the flow for tonight. Transmission. So what I'm going to do is just chat for about 15 minutes. I'm going to try and keep to that sort of time frame. We're just going to talk about what is worthiness, and then we're going to do some journaling for about 8 minutes, just to open up those neural pathways. We're going to do some breath work. It's an integrative session, so it's going to be about 15 minutes. And then we're going to finish off with a bit of liberty dance. Now, I know that I don't know if you're going to be able to do that in the car, Jen, but you can sit in your seat and you can bring some boogie, and we'll get up and dance for everybody else. Oh, I'm just going to put my phone onto airplane mode now because it's buzzing away. You'll give it a go. You'll give it a go in the car. Yeah, awesome. So I just wanted to share a little bit about what happened to me today, because what happens is when I do this kind of work, when I put it out there that this is what I'm going to work on, it's often that the universe is going to it's going to show up for me. So I'm literally doing the work as I'm thinking about putting the work out there or creating this transmission for you. So today the universe kind of put me through my own little lesson, because I think it's full moon, right? It's full moon tonight, and so I was, this energy. I really, I really feel I get charged up with the energy of the full moon. But today it just felt a little bit chaotic, and within that chaos of my nervous system, I had my own worthiness story coming up around my needs don't matter. I'm not good enough. I'm not worthy. And the thing is, it was an energetic feeling that that I was having, and because I was feeling this kind of chaos, and I was trying to make sense about what the energy was that I was experiencing, and so I was dropping into stories around worthiness, not enoughness, that my needs don't matter. And so I had a friend here today, and she was playing her beautiful crystal bowls in my yurt. We were just trying out the acoustics, and it was gorgeous. It really was. So Chris, maybe one day you'll come visit me from Australia and come and do an in-person retreat. Would be amazing. And anyway, at the end of that, I said to, because I was lying down on the floor and I was experiencing the crystal bowls, and I was like, oh, I've just got this energy that I can't kind of settle. So anyway, Irina just took me through a little somatic exercise, and at the end of that, I had shifted that energy, and then all of a sudden, the worthiness story stopped in my mind. So I could have spent the rest of the day just spinning out in a looping story around my worthiness that I was telling myself, or you get into the body and you actually feel what it is that you're feeling going through, and actually neutralizing the charge that you're experiencing, and then all of a sudden the story stops in your mind. And that's the thing I love about breath work, that I love about somatic healing, is because we're actually working with the body that actually creates the story, not with the mind. Right? We can't mindset our way out of a feeling problem, right? Or I'm just seeing what let's pop up my chat there. for me at the former, I managed to organize myself quite well, feeling some emotional tiredness and keen to raise my energy. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, I definitely, sometimes I just feel really energized and inspired, and other times, depending on how big the moon is, I can really start to, feel a bit spun out. So Chris, are you feeling a bit fatigued and hopefulness? I didn't want to say hopelessness. Hopefulness and a little weary of the changes in the world. Yeah, I've been trying not to pay too much attention to that, because I know that really does put me into kind of like a collapse energy. So yeah, really getting where you're coming from there. I don't want to go messing with my chat, because last time I did that, it went somewhere completely random. Can I just close that pop out? Okay, cool. Got a fly buzzing around my head. Alrighty, there we go. Yeah. So that's a little bit about my experience today, just to let you know that I'm human. As my friend said to me today, I haven't sort of grown any angel wings, even though I was getting you to check between my back to make sure they hadn't sort of popped out. So I'm very human, and I get to experience those things just as much as you do. So let's just look at a little bit around, what is worthiness, and what a lack of it. So worthiness is a complex psychological construct, and it really refers to somebody's self-worth or their value. And what it does is it's shaped by the various factors that really come from those early childhood experiences. So during childhood is when we develop that sense of self, and we learn to evaluate ourselves based on how others treat us. So if we receive consistent love and care, especially validation, like that's a really big one. We actually validated for who we are, and our authentic being, then we develop a healthy sense of self. And also having that emotional regulation from our parents, that they are actually, they're not fluctuating too much in their emotions, enables us to to really have a healthy gauge on our experience. And also, if there's any sort of shaming of our emotions, the way that we feel, maybe because you're not deemed as being man enough or strong enough, whatever it is, if we have that sense of shaming for the way that we're showing up, for who we're being, or the what we are, what we're expressing, that can really impact our sense of self-worth. So we really are able to establish a healthy sense of self-worth through the experience that we have with other people. So conversely, if we experience things like neglect, abuse, especially emotional neglect, if we're not able to have, parents that are validating our emotions. Oh, hello, my blue. My dog likes to hang out when we do this sort of thing. Or criticism, then we're going to develop negative beliefs about ourselves. Negative, we're going to struggle with our feelings and our emotions. And we're really going to start to develop that sense of unworthiness. So this can show up with narcissistic parents, parents who are emotionally immature. So they haven't actually developed, they haven't had parents that have modeled to them good sense of self-worth and good sense of self-esteem. So then they're just going to project their patterning onto you. And just parents that really just have a general lack of awareness around the impact that they can have on children. And this is not shaming parents. This is just saying it as it is. We all do what we can with the knowledge and the information that we have at any given time. And just when we know better, we can do better. So just an example is if a child grows up with a feeling of not feeling loved, not feeling validated, not feeling appreciated, not feeling seen, all those sorts of things, they might sort of end up developing or struggling to have that sense of self-worth, self-love, self-appreciation, and you're going to end up struggling developing nice, healthy relationships with other people. And in business, that might show up as a fear of rejection, putting yourself out there, putting out your offers, raising prices, all those sorts of things. So, these things that we experience in childhood deeply impact the way that we feel about ourselves and the way that we show up in relationship to ourselves, in relationship with other people, in respect to our business. And so, yeah, self-worth is a big one. So also, if you've experienced criticism and shame during childhood, then you might have a belief that you're not good enough. That again, that's going to impact your self-esteem and self-worth. And another thing that it might show up in is, accepting, abuse, being in abusive relationships, or not accepting, but just not standing up for yourself when it comes to bullying within the work environment, or bullying within friendships. So yeah, or just, even experiencing bullying in childhood at school. If you don't have a strong sense of self-worth, then that energetic vibration goes out, and bullies, you become a little bit of a magnet to bullies. So if you experience bullying during childhood, then it could be because you didn't really have a good sense of, self-worth, or have that modeling for you. So I just wanted to share with you, I've got this 4-week program that is called the Up-Level Leader, and the breakthroughs that my clients have been having over the past 4 weeks have been phenomenal, because what we're doing is we're looking at where they're at now and the goals that they have, and each week, every single session is tailored to go deep into all of the blocks, all of the beliefs, everything that, this emotional pain body that is actually blocking you from being who you truly are, having a strong sense of worthiness, having a healthy esteem, not a sense of self that is egoic, but just having a really, a lot of self-respect and showing up for yourself. And so clients have been having huge breakthroughs every single week. One client, she unlocked her true potential. She's feeling who she wants to become. She's launched her well, she hasn't launched, but she's creating her own breathwork course for her clients. Another client, she's so excited about what she's going to create. She's been, kind of like keeps getting drawn back into this other community, and now she's actually letting that one go, or loosening the grip on it, so she can actually create what it is that she wants. And she's feeling so inspired and excited. I can really sense the energy in what's shifting for her. And then another client, she just had this huge breakthrough the other day. I mean, it was absolutely massive. We're looking at generations of that generational trauma that gets passed through. And it's taken her about 4 days to integrate, but all of a sudden, these things are starting to show up for her. She's asking for what she wants. She's setting boundaries. And so this is the thing, when we actually work with the somatic system, when we actually get into the body and we really start to shift and release, those worthiness stories, release those, sense of not enoughness, this is when we start to create the shifts in our external world. It's not the other way around. Quite often we look at our external world and think, what can we change in our external world to change the way that we get to feel on the inside? And yet if we reverse that, quite often, our external world will just take care of itself. You might not even have to change anything in your external world, because you show up differently, you feel differently, you show up with a stronger sense of worthiness. So you're going to actually start showing up with more conviction in who you are and what it is that you desire. All right, so this is when we get to create quantum leaps in life. This is when we get to be the embodiment of what it is that we desire through who we are being. Like, mindset work, I think, I talk about this, you know, just about every time I, you know, do one of these one of these workshops, because mindset work is good to a point. It's your mind is a tool, and when you're using it as the tool that it's designed for, around conscious mindset creation, around, you know, getting really clear on your intentions, and, you know, nutting out what it is that you want to create, like me sitting down and figuring out, okay, what is my what is the outline for this workshop tonight. It's good for that. But when it really comes to creating change, then that change has to come from within. That has to come this energetic alignment to what it is that you desire. And if there is a mismatch, that's when it becomes hard. So just to let you know, if anybody is keen who's watching the replay or here tonight, I know that Jen has just joined me for my 8-week Life Accelerator program. Woo! So excited for you, Jen. That, yeah, if you're keen to dive in deep and really start to make some changes in your life, I know you, Chris, you've worked with me one-to-one before as well, and just, you know, experience, you know, a massive breakthrough. And imagine doing that every week for 4 weeks. That how you're going to feel at the end of it. Like my client today, when I caught up with her after her huge session that we had, and that was her first session, and I already had it in my mind from what she shared her goals were. I was like, okay, so this is what I'm, you know, thinking about for your next session. And then when she shared with me, I was like, well, you've just stuffed up my my program for you, because you just all of a sudden visibility fears aren't showing up as much. So, you know, this is the thing. We get to create these huge shifts and huge breakthroughs, and it doesn't have to, you don't have to struggle. It doesn't have to take time. You can actually do this through getting into the body and getting into the pain body and shifting what it is that's making life feel hard. Like, this stuff doesn't have to be hard. Life gets to be easy, but we just have to, you know, approach it with the right tools to actually shift what it is that's currently showing up for you, so you can expand, so you can hold that energetic vibration that is higher than what you're currently experiencing. Like, when I was going to write a post today. Well, I did write it, but I didn't post it because I was posting too many other things. It was around guilt and shame. When we look at the map of consciousness, those two vibrations are the lowest of the low. And if we've all got guilt and shame that we're holding on to, so if we're not moving through those layers of guilt and shame, then what do you think it is that you're going to, the energy that you are sending out to the universe at a very subconscious level, at a very unconscious level, you know, layers of guilt and shame, if they're still showing up for you, then that is massively going to impact your sense of worthiness, massively. Because there is an inherent sense that I'm not good enough. It's so deeply embedded in your nervous system, hardwired into your nervous system, that it becomes much harder to create what it is that you desire, because there is this deep sense of not enoughness, of unworthiness, of those guilt and shame. Anyway, just wanted to mention that this goes deep, and every week we get to focus on another layer. So I'm just going to put out an extra bonus. I'm not sure it's going to appeal so much to the men, but you might just want to share your breakthroughs and takeaways, just because, you know, you love the fact that I'm here giving to you, and you might want to give back to me. I'm not saying you know, we give to receive, but I'm just saying that there is a bonus here tonight for, or when you're watching the replay, that I would love for you to share. If you experience breakthroughs, if you experience a shift in an aha, if you experience a new awareness, if you just get to shift your energy and into action, you know, then I would love for you to share your breakthroughs on social media and just tag me. You know, I want to share this work with more people. I want to create more impact. I want to, you know, I really want to raise the vibration and the frequency of the planet right now, because we fucking need it. Don't we, Chris? We need it. We do, you know, there is a lot of oppression, there is a lot of fear mongering out there because they know that it keeps us in these lower vibrations. And when you're in those lower vibrations, you can't create, you can't co-create, you can't, you know, you're very easily to be manipulated. So let's raise the vibration of the planet, and I would love you to help me do that by reaching more people, you know, and they can just come along to these free offerings. They don't have to invest with me. If you want to, cool. If you don't, cool. But you know, I would just love to grow my community, and you know, there'll be other ways of working with me. If you can't work with me one-to-one, I'll be doing a group immersion at some stage when inspiration comes through, and I'm like, yep, that's the next thing. So anyway, moving on tonight. Oh, that was what I was going to say. So I have my book, which is the Spiritpreneur Success Stories for the Soul. So it's a collaboration of 10 different beautiful souls that that we all trained in rapid transformational therapy, and yeah, we're all part of this book, and we're sharing our spiritual story of our own, basically our dark night of the soul, and the way that we were able to overcome that, and how we grew into and, you know, created our mission. So I'm going to offer an opportunity to win the ebook. So I'm going to email it to you. You're going to have the ebook there, and yeah, I just thought it would be a really cool way of you sharing and me giving back again. Yeah. So I'm just going to share with you the difference between an integrative and a meditative session, right? So when we do the up-leveled leader and we do the 4 weeks of healing, we're actually going into an altered state of consciousness where we do the meditative session. So these are the longer breathwork sessions. We really get into that pain body. We really start to shift that energy. The integrative breath works, they are really designed for shifting energy and moving into action. So they're much shorter, all right? They're very intentional, but they're much shorter and just designed to actually shift whatever energy that you're experiencing right now, raising your vibration, raising your worthiness, or whatever it is that the integrative session is working on, and then moving you into action. All right. So really good for every day. And the other thing with the 4-week immersion is you get four integrative breath works to use every week. So every week you've got an audio so every day you can do this breath work. All right. And then once a week we do these deeper healing sessions to really shift the stuff. So tonight we're doing an integrative session. So about 15 minutes, we're going to be doing the breath work. So there's 4 different breath patterns that we're going to be doing. So the first one is we're going to be doing the heart coherence breath. So it's breathing in for 6 to the count of 6 and exhaling to the count of 6. Then we're going to move into the halo active. So that one's breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. So the heart coherence is the same, but obviously breathing into the count of 6 and out to the count of 6. The halo active is a conscious continual breath. So breathing in and out. Right, so I'm going to cue you, don't worry, I'll cue you, just showing you the breath patterns now. The next one, as we go into the release phase, it's a 3-part breath. So we breathe into the belly, into the chest, and out through the mouth. It's all done through the mouth. Chris, you know this one because this is the one that we use for the meditative sessions. So breathing into the belly, into the chest, and out through the mouth. So I like to do it just sucking the air in, like you're sucking through a straw, not really pursing my lips tight, but just sucking that air in. I know you're having fun outside. You can do it with an open mouth. It might feel a little bit more vulnerable, so just playing with what feels good for you. Then we're going to move into the blow breath. So we're going to so that's all done through the mouth. The belly snaps in and out on the exhalation, and then on the inhalation, then it just happens naturally. All right, so the emphasis is on the exhalation. All right, so in this phase we're really going to expand, all right, expand our capacity for our worthiness. And then we've got a bottom hold after the release phase, sorry, a top hold after the release phase. So I'm going to cue you to exhale completely, breathe in, and we're going to hold it at the top. And then after the expand, we're going to do a bottom hold. All right, so let's just really anchor into that worthiness that we've just expanded into. So that's going to be 1.5 minutes. If you need to breathe during that breath hold, then breathe, but otherwise just stay with it. Okay, it's really good for our nervous system regulation as well. And then we're going to finish off with the heart coherence, finding safety in this new level of worthiness. All right, then we're going to do a quick little liberty dance. Let's move our body. Let's shift any other residual energy that needs to be shifted. I know you love to have a bit of a boogie, Chris. So yeah, so that's it basically. So we're going to start with about, I'm actually really proud of myself. I'm pretty much on time tonight. So we're going to start off with some journaling. You can do this either sitting up if you're comfortable, or not for you, Jen, because you're in the car, or you can do it lying down if you're at home on the replay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop these journal prompts into the chat. So I'm going to give you about 2 minutes for each answer. If you want to dive in deeper a little bit, later on, then that's absolutely fine. But just for tonight, let's keep it nice and short. And let me put that into the chat. Oh, not that one. What did I just do there? Where are we? Hold on. Technical glitch. Where did my what have I done here? Hold on, folks. Don't go anywhere. Oh, there we go. What the hell? I copied and pasted that and it put up something completely different. That's weird. Thank goodness for the backspace or whatever you call it in Google Drive. Control C. I went Control V. Okay. Righto. Alrighty. So I'm sorry they're kind of all bunched together, but there is 4 questions. Let me just close this. Okay. So the first question is thinking about an area of your life you don't feel worthy. So maybe this is business, maybe this is your professional career, maybe it's within a personal relationship, maybe it's just, maybe there's a particular thing at the moment that's showing up for you around, charging for your service, asking for what you want. Where is it in your life that you're not feeling worthy and that you're holding yourself back? So then on a scale of 1 to 10, what is your current level of worthiness in respect to the answer of question 1, right? What is your current level of worthiness? And maybe you've just got a general feeling of worthiness. So just putting there a scale of 1 to 10, what your current level is. Next is what messages have you received from others that have contributed to your feeling of being unworthy? And how have you internalized? Because this is the thing. We internalize these messages and we literally live that somatically through our bodies, creates the story in our mind. And then what would you change in your life if you embodied a deep sense of self-worth? What would you do differently? How would you show up for yourself, your business, and others? All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put on a song. I'm going to turn my light on. Getting a bit dark in here. So we're going to just pop on a song. Can you hear that, Chris? Is that coming through for you? Yeah, can you hear that song? No? Yes, perfect. Okay, so just a couple of minutes on each of those questions.
You call me out upon the waters, the great unknown, where feet may fail, and there I find you in the mystery, in oceans deep, my faith will stand. Rise, my soul rest in your embrace, for I am yours. You are mine. Your grace abounds in deepest waters. Your sovereign hand will be my guide. Where feet may fail and fear surrounds me, you've never failed, and you won't stop now. So I will call upon your name and keep my eyes above the waves. When oceans rise, my soul will rest in your embrace, for I am yours, and you are mine. Spirit, lead me where my trust is without borders. Let me walk upon the waters wherever you would call me. Take me deeper than my feet could ever wander, and my faith will be made stronger in the presence of my Savior. deeper than my feet could ever wander, and my faith will be made stronger in the presence of my Savior. Spirit, lead me where my trust is without borders. Let me walk upon the waters wherever you would call me. And take me deeper than my feet could ever wander, and my faith will be made stronger in the presence of my Savior. Spirit, lead me where my trust is without borders. Let me walk upon the waters wherever you would call me.
That was on mute.
Take me deeper than my feet
So if you're watching this on the replay, obviously you can just pause the video and carry on with that journaling if you want to expand a little bit. Otherwise, yeah, just getting yourself into a comfortable position for moving into the breathing part of the journey. Whether or not you want to lie down, whether or not you want to find yourself in a comfortable position, it's always good if we've got our feet supported. Please, again, no driving. Yeah, so just getting yourself nice and comfy. You gonna lie down or are you gonna sit up, Chris? Down. Well, can you just drop your screen forward? Yeah, perfect. Yeah, awesome. So just give everybody a moment to get yourself nice and comfy. So we're just going to start with dropping in. We're going to do the heart coherence breath for a couple of minutes. Then we're going to move into the first phase with the halo active breath. Okay. Okay, pulled over, comfy and ready to go. Woohoo! Amazing. Right, can I just check actually my voice? Chris, can you just, as you are, I just want to make sure that my voice and the music is good. I'm just going to test this volume just to make sure it's not too loud or it's not too, so I will just, this isn't a song that I'm going to be using, but I'll just try and find a louder song. So how is that? That's the music with my voice at the same time, Chris. Is that good? My voice and the music at the same time? Is the music too loud? Or does the music need to go down?
So,
how's that?
turn the music down a touch.
Yeah? How about now? My voice and the music at the same time. Is that about good?
That's better. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, the music is just a bit loud.
Yeah, okay, perfect. Okay, all right, let's get started. Thank you. Okay. So just getting yourself into a nice comfy position, lying down or sitting up. We're just going to start with the heart coherence breath. So we're going to inhale to the count of 6 in through the nose, and then exhale to the count of 6 out through the mouth. So I'll just get you started with that as we're dropping into this space. Just closing those eyes down. So breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and inhale, 2, 3, 5, 6, and exhale, 2, 3, 5, 6. Just following on with that rhythm. inner coherence. Just allowing the system to settle. Just showing yourself gratitude for showing up for yourself, for doing this practice today. For choosing to raise your worthiness vibration. So we're going to move into the halo active breath. All right, so that's breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. It's a continual breath, so breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. So you want to be breathing enough air to actually start moving energy in your body. You might start to feel a little bit lightheaded, but that's okay. Just staying with that breath. All right, just moving that energy in the body. As we're just dropping in and we're just acknowledging and meeting yourself where you're at. All right, just acknowledging where you are on your current scale of worthiness. Where did you place yourself in regards to how it is that you feel about yourself, your business, your professional career, within a relationship? Just even asking for what it is that you desire. What is your current energetic capacity of worthiness? Allowing that breath to guide you into your body today. Just feeling into that energetic capacity for your worthiness as you are currently at right now. Meeting yourself where you're at with so much compassion and acceptance. Alright, we get to meet ourselves where we're at, and we get to shift that energy. We get to recalibrate to a higher frequency. We get to raise our worthiness frequency. We get to do that. We get to choose. Just meeting yourself where you're at right now. Whatever scale you chose is okay. Right, just another 30 seconds here before we move into the release, and we're going to do the tri-active breath. That's the 3-part breath, breathing into the belly, into the chest, and out through the mouth. Just another 10 seconds here. That's it. Moving that energy, staying with that breath. So let's just moving into that tri-active breath. So we're going to breathe into the belly, into the chest, and out through the mouth. So you're finding a cadence and a rhythm that suits your body. Right? Just trusting the natural rhythm of your body, but breathing enough that we're actually going to start releasing the story of unworthiness. What is it that you discovered around your worthiness story? What area in your life did you feel that you're not showing up with that level of worthiness that you desire? Is it in your relationship? Is it in your career? What aspect of your life are you feeling unworthy? And just allowing this breath to help you release that. Right? Just allowing the body and the breath to do the work. Breathing into those lower chakras, into the heart chakra, and then out through the mouth. Allowing that exhale to represent what it is that you're letting go of, so you can create more space within your being for that deep sense of self-worth, for that deeper sense of self-esteem, that deep sense of self-respect. All right, what are you releasing? Is there shame? Is there guilt? Those lower vibrational emotions. All right, if we're hanging out in those lower vibrations, what do you think you're going to attract more of? Allowing that breath to release and let it go and shift that energy. This is the work. This is the real work. This is the true work. All right, getting into the somatic body. Got another minute here. Just seeing if you can really shift that energy. What wants to come through you today? When you get to shift and release the stories, release the projections that you've taken on from other people, that they allowed you to feel the way that you currently feel because you've taken on their projections. Allow this energy to move out of your body. Another 30 seconds here, just really going for that breakthrough today. What messages did you receive from other people that contributed to your feeling of unworthiness? How did you internalize that? Another 20 seconds. Allow that to go. Allow that to be released. All right, and then on your next exhalation, take a full exhale, and then we're going to move into that top hold. All right, so I'm going to move into that top hold. So breathing in, just holding that breath at the top. Just feeling into the energy in your body right now. Just notice what's shifted. And as you're in this breath hold, just seeing if you can expand your edges outwards, right? Like a bubble, all right? This is your worthiness bubble. Just seeing in this breath hold if you can expand your energetic worthiness bubble outwards. Feeling into that space that you are creating, more spaciousness within your being for that true sense of self-worth to come through. Just another 10 seconds here. You're doing amazing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right, just releasing that breath. Just coming back to your natural breath for a moment. Beautiful. All right, now we've released, we're going to move into the expand phase. All right, so we're going to use the blow breath for this. So it's all done through the mouth. So the emphasis is on the exhalation, okay? So we're going to really use that exhale to expand. The inhale happens naturally. What I want you to visualize here, let's have a bit of fun with this. Okay, this is a beautiful song. What I want you to do is I want you to play with this balloon. I want you to feel like you're blowing up this worthiness balloon, all right? With that exhale, you're blowing into this balloon and you're expanding this beautiful capacity of your worthiness. All right, really bringing it in, what it is that you desire, how you want to feel, how you want to show up in this world. What do you want to create? What do you want more of? Really allowing that exhalation to allow that energetic bubble to expand. And I want you to see if you can raise that scale. Like what was the scale that you came in with? Were you at a 1? Were you at a 2? Was it really low, your worthiness scale? Were you at a 5 or a 6? Let's see if we can expand that scale with exhale, just allowing that vibration to raise. Feel the good energy coming into your body as you expand. All right, seeing if you can just shift that scale, even if you just nudge it just a couple. All right, if you might even blow the scale over 10 today. No expectations, but just seeing if you can raise your energetic frequency of worthiness today in this expansion phase. Really allowing that blow breath, okay, to be that energetic bubble expander. As you can tell, I really love the expansion phase, by the way. Okay, we're expanding into all of those feelings of deservingness. You deserve to have what it is that you desire. What you want wants you. All right, so really bringing that into your field right now. What you want wants you. Do you want to raise your prices? Do you want to attract more clients? Do you want to ask for a pay rise? Do you want to change your career? What do you want? Do you want to develop a healthier relationship with yourself and other people? Just decide and move in that direction with your energy field. Bring that towards you. Right, just another minute here in this expansion phase. Standing into that self-love, that self-compassion. All right, we've met ourselves where we're at today, and now we're moving into more self-compassion, more self-love, more self-respect. Beautiful. All right. Just another 10 seconds here. Before we move into a bottom hold and we really start to anchor this energy into our bodies of worthiness. All right, so on your next exhalation, take a full exhalation and then take a deep inhale, exhale, inhale, and then blow the air all out. Empty that lungs right into that bottom hold. Right, really anchoring deeply into your body, that feeling of worthiness. All right, you've just raised your vibration, you've raised your scale, you've raised your capacity to feel more worthy, to feel more deserving of what it is that you desire. What you want wants you. And let's really anchor that energy into your body in this breath hold. Saying to yourself, what I want wants me. I'm worthy and deserving of my desires. We're going for a minute 30 here, so if you need to take an inhale, take a quick inhale and blow it out. Go straight back into your breath hold. You're doing amazing. Beautiful. That's it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a deep breath in. Turn to your natural breath for a moment. Just feeling the energy that you've shifted in your body as we move into the final phase. Of finding safety in this new capacity of worthiness. All right, you've shifted, you've released those stories, you've released those projections today. Just shifted that energy. You created more space for how it is that you want to feel. So just allowing this, sorry, I'll tell you the breath, heart coherence breath. So breathing into the count of 6, out to the count of 6. Breathing into the count of 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathing out to the count of 6. Breathing into the count of 6.
Remind me once again just who I am, because I need.
And breathing out to the count of 6. Just really anchoring into this feeling of safety in your body. You're safe to feel worthy. Right, really just feeling into that heart, allowing your heart to open to what it is that you desire. Allowing that heart coherence breath to really bringing in. That's it, just placing a hand on your heart, saying, I am worthy, I'm safe safe to step into what it is I desire. It's safe to expand my worthiness capacity, to attract in more abundance, more love, whatever it is that you desire to have. Right? Just allowing this heart coherence breath to just really anchor in that feeling of safety in your body. Just another 30 seconds here. Releasing that breath pattern, just returning to your natural breath, just returning to a natural breath for a moment. Before we finish off with a little bit of liberty dance, like let's just see what else wants to shift and move through. Maybe it feels good just to stay where you are right now. But if you want to get up and liberate yourself even more into more capacity of worthiness, it's a great way to do that through movement. And so when you are ready, I invite you just to come up to standing, or if you want to stay sitting in your chair. Obviously, if you're in your car, Jen, you can just stay seated right now as we move into the final phase, Liberty Dance. All right, so I'm going to get up and move with you. So I'm just going to turn this song up a bit so you can hear it wherever you are. So this is intuitive. You can just start moving your body. This is intuitive movement, all right? So we're not worried about the way that we look, what our body's doing. Just listen to your body and just allow your body to take over and move in a way that feels good. We're not performing here today. We're just moving and shifting energy, all right? In a way that feels good. We've moved that worthiness vibration. Now let's really start to elevate that energy. I'm right there with you.
Is washed in the rain. I've walked that road. I felt that shame. No place is home, but times they are changing. This is our sanctuary. We can find shelter and peace. This is our sanctuary. You are safe with me. This is our sanctuary. We can find shelter and peace. This is our sanctuary. You are safe with me. When the race starts to take its toll,
just imagining yourself right now as you're moving your body, that you're stepping into what it is that you desire. You've expanded your capacity of your worthiness. You've raised your frequency to a higher vibration so that you can become an energetic match to what it is you desire. So as you're moving your body right now, just imagine that you're stepping forward and claiming those desires. You're saying yes to what you want. What you want wants you. Now allow the energy of your body to shift and move as you're moving yourself towards the direction, all right? Just really feeling that capacity of your body shifting now. Let's go.
this is our sanctuary. We can find shelter and peace. This is our sanctuary. You are safe with me. You are safe with me. We share this hurt, we share the pain. All of our dirt is washed in the rain. We walked that road, we felt sanctuary. You are safe with me. This is our sanctuary. We can find shelter and peace. This is our sanctuary. You are safe with me. 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 'Cause this is our sanctuary.
Whew. Oh, that feels so good. Oh, I just love Liberty Dance, man. For me, it's just such a beautiful way of just, we get so caught up in our head about the way that we look. And when we just let go and dance like nobody's watching and just really feeling into the body and what feels good, what an amazing way that we get to raise our frequency to match what it is that we desire. So I would love to know what it is that shifted for you tonight. You can share in the replay, you can send me a private message. I absolutely love hearing your breakthroughs. I love celebrating with you. And so, if you're watching this on the replay, let me know. Let me know if you decide to share it on social media, and you go from, whatever your scale was to start with and what you shifted it to. I would love to know what moved to you, what shifted, what it is that you're calling in, because you move that vibration to feeling a higher sense of worthiness. I'm just trying to catch my breath right now. So what action step are you going to take from this place? All right. So this is the thing, the integrative breath works are really for shifting energy. It's shifting energy from what we're currently experiencing, raising our vibration into a higher frequency, and then taking action from this place. This is kind of like this is our maintenance program. All right. Sometimes we got to go a bit deeper, and we got to go deeper into the body, and we got to do the deeper inner work, and this is what I take people on those journeys. In the up-level leader, we actually get into the pain body, and we're like, right, let's get in there and allow you to actually shift what it is at that deeper level. But I love the integrative breath works because we get to just shift the energy and take action from that place. But sometimes we're going to do the deeper inner healing as well. So what action steps are you going to take from this deeper level of worthiness? So Chris, as you're here, let's have, would you like to share your experience?
Yeah, well, I'm just processing it, to be honest. That holding of the breath is really powerful. Yeah. Like, that's, you obviously brought up a lot. I'm not speaking enough. I closed down because things that were happening around me, and I just so
yeah, there we go. It's your throat.
Yeah, this has happened to me before. I don't know. It's shifting. I'm not speaking my truth, whether it's in my relationships, particularly with family, with lovers, with work people. I'm hiding from that, and so I think I need to speak my truth a bit more openly. I'm allowing old ways to come back in. Yeah. It's just been difficult, like with the world, the new world order, basically, and just not being able to converse with people openly, particularly family. It's very hurtful. and it goes back. I mean, I'm just aware that it has this. There's that bullying aspect of it is all around us now, and everything you were saying earlier about worthiness, you know, being bullied. I mean, I got bullied because I wasn't worthy, and I know that. I'm very well aware of that now.
Yeah.
But I know I do feel I am worthy now. I'm worthy to show myself because I was hidden for such a long time.
Yeah.
And so I'll probably be coughing a bit more tonight,
Yeah,
but that's okay.
We've activated the throat chakra, which is good.
Because I know I store a lot of pain around here, you know, in my chest and my throat, and it's because I'm not allowing myself to speak the truth.
Yeah, and that's going to show up for you, you know, and
yeah,
you know, sometimes that's shown up as hypothyroidism in a previous, you know, with another client of mine. I did hypnotherapy with her. She did a previous breathwork group immersion, and yeah, that was something that was, you know, because, you know, where she grew up, it just wasn't, you know, it wasn't I don't want to say customary, but, you know, it wasn't part of the culture for women to be able to speak up. You know, the woman's voice was very much suppressed, and so, you know, even for you growing up in childhood, you know, it wasn't safe to speak up and speak your truth. And so yeah, and so that throat chakra is really showing up. So did you have a scale of where you were at the beginning of the session, and do you feel like that's shifted throughout the session? Obviously stuff's coming up because your throat is
yeah. I put myself on a 6. But I think definitely I would say I would be around the 8 or 9 now.
Okay.
There was definitely a shift. It was really it's profound. All I can say is this work is profound, and it's certainly enlightening. Like, you know, I think I'll definitely be coughing a bit more tonight.
Yeah,
probably need to have a good cry too, because I almost came to tears at one point, and it's just that frustration, just that not expressing myself fully without some sort of backlash.
Yeah, or, you know, or conversely having to tiptoe around your words, or, you know, saying the wrong, you know, saying the wrong thing, and you know, and yeah, the backlash from that. So completely get it. And, you know, and this is why I think that this integrative breathwork is good, because we're able to shift that energy and that and move that frequency. But sometimes you got to get in there and do the deeper inner work. So, you know, of course, you know, that invitation is always open if you're keen to do that. And Jen, I don't know whether or not you are still driving, or I just want to, you know, open up an opportunity if you are even able to do that, or if not, yeah, unmute yourself or carry on with what you're doing, because I'm not quite sure if you're still driving. But not bad. And yeah, thank you so much for showing up, for being here, for, you know, saying yes to you, of course, always saying yes to you and your journey, and for showing up so powerfully. You know, it's always such an honor to hold the space, and, you know, it was, you know, such a pleasure to give back to my community. I think, you know, we all need to have the access to healing, you know, and this is just my way of, you know, being able to offer that to you. So yeah, please enjoy the replay for the 48 hours while it's available. And if you feel inspired to share it on your social media, then of course, you know, that would I deeply appreciate that, so I can you know, reach more people, support more people with my work. And then of course there is the opportunity to win a e-copy of the book. Yeah, So thank you so much. Appreciate you. I really hope that your worthiness vibration is feeling enhanced through this experience. And yeah,
Thank you very
see
much.
you next time.
Thank you.
Oh, there you are, Jen.
Bye, Jen. Drive carefully.